How does a person vanish for nearly half a century, only for their identity to be resurrected from a handful of skeletal fragments, shattering a silence that had consumed generations? This profound question, a testament to the relentless march of time and the indomitable spirit of justice, has recently found a partial answer in the quiet, rural expanses of Lee County, Arkansas. After 48 years, an enduring mystery that began with a stark discovery in a farm field has finally yielded its first crucial secret. The grim narrative commenced on January 13, 1977. The chill of midwinter clung to the air when unidentified human remains were stumbled upon in a desolate farm field merely a few miles west of Marianna, not far from U.S. Highway 79. It was a scene that immediately spoke of a life abruptly ended and a story tragically untold. The skeletal remnants, stark against the dormant earth, became a silent plea for recognition, a puzzle laid bare under the expansive Arkansas sky. Upon discovery, investigators from the Arkansas State Police Criminal Investigation Division were dispatched to the scene. Their immediate task was to meticulously process the site, gathering any and all physical evidence that might shed light on the individual's identity and the circumstances of their death. The remains were carefully collected and subsequently submitted to the Arkansas State Crime Laboratory Medical Examiner's Office. In the late 1970s, forensic science, while advanced for its time, operated within significant technological limitations compared to today. Investigators would have painstakingly examined the skeletal structure for any distinguishing features, signs of trauma, or anomalies. Dental records, if available and matching, were often the most reliable avenue for identification. However, without a corresponding missing persons report or a direct link to any known individual, these efforts proved fruitless. The bones offered no name, no past, and no clear indication of how this person came to lie in that field. Furthermore, despite comprehensive examination, the cause and manner of death remained elusive, deepening the shroud of mystery around the young individual. The case, devoid of immediate leads or identifying markers, slowly receded into the archives, becoming another numbered file in the daunting inventory of cold cases. For nearly 5 decades, the identity of the individual found in Lee County remained one of those haunting, unsolved enigmas. The world continued its rapid transformation. Technologies advanced, societal norms shifted, and generations passed. Yet, for the anonymous person, time stood still. Their story, lost to the passage of years, languished in the quiet corners of police records, a testament to the persistent hope that one day new tools or fresh eyes might unearth the truth. The very nature of a cold case often means relying on these future breakthroughs, a belief that science will eventually catch up to the limitations of the past. That turning point arrived in March 2024. The ASP Cold Case Unit, a specialized division dedicated to breathing new life into these dormant investigations, made the strategic decision to re-examine the Lee County remains. The impetus was a renewed commitment to leverage the cutting-edge advancements in forensic science that simply did not exist in 1977. These dedicated investigators understood that for every cold case, there is a family somewhere yearning for answers, for closure, for the simple dignity of knowing who their lost loved one was. Their mission is to ensure that no case, no life is truly forgotten. The re-examination began with a renewed collaboration between the ASP Cold Case Unit and the ASCL. Recognizing the potential of modern genetic analysis, a critical decision was made. The remains would be sent to Othram Labs. This private, Texas-based laboratory has emerged as a beacon of hope in the world of forensic investigation, specializing in advanced DNA analysis and forensic genetic genealogy. Their expertise lies in their ability to extract and sequence highly degraded or minute amounts of DNA, often from samples that other labs have deemed untestable. More significantly, Othram pioneers the use of forensic genetic genealogy, a revolutionary technique that involves building extensive family trees from DNA profiles and then cross-referencing these with publicly available genetic databases. This method allows investigators to identify distant relatives of the unknown individual and, through careful genealogical research, narrow down the potential identity to a specific family line. The painstaking process at Othram Labs unfolded over several months. Each step was a testament to the intricate dance between cutting-edge science and meticulous detective work. Finally, on June 6, 2025, a momentous report arrived. Othram Labs provided a tentative identification. The remains were believed to be those of Charles Howard Wallace. The report further offered a crucial lead, tracing two possible relatives of Wallace living in Tennessee. This was the first true crack in the 48-year-old mystery, a name emerging from the depths of oblivion, offering a glimmer of hope that the person found in that field might finally be known. The next step was to confirm this tentative identification with scientific certainty. In July, investigators successfully collected DNA samples from one of the identified relatives. This direct familial comparison is the gold standard for genetic identification. These new samples were then sent back to Othram Labs for definitive analysis. The wait was undoubtedly fraught with anticipation for both the investigators and, now, the family, who suddenly had a missing loved one's potential fate hanging in the balance. On September 2nd, the scientific confirmation arrived. Othram Labs positively identified the remains as Charles Howard Wallace. The anonymous individual had a name. The revelation brought with it fragments of a life story that had been tragically interrupted. Charles Howard Wallace would have been approximately 21 years old when his remains were discovered in 1977. His family's last contact with him was in the fall of 1974. At that time, Wallace, then in his late teens, was seeking treatment at a halfway house located in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. The journey from a halfway house in a bustling city to a desolate farm field in rural Lee County, Arkansas, remains a profound and unsettling mystery. How did he travel those miles? Who, if anyone, was he with? What events transpired in the months or years between his last family contact and his demise? The identification of Charles Howard Wallace marks a monumental achievement, providing long-sought answers for a family that has likely endured decades of agonizing uncertainty. For the Arkansas State Police, it underscores an unwavering commitment to bringing resolution to every case, regardless of how much time has passed. Colonel Mike Hagar, an official closely involved with the case, articulated this sentiment, stating, "This identification provides long overdue answers for the family and highlights the commitment of Arkansas State Police to ensuring no case is forgotten." He further expressed profound gratitude, adding, "We are grateful for the collaboration of the Arkansas State Crime Laboratory and Othram Labs in moving this decades-old case forward." Their combined expertise and dedication transformed a cold statistic into a name, offering a measure of peace to a family that had lost hope. However, the resolution of one mystery often begets another. While Charles Howard Wallace has been identified, the circumstances surrounding his death remain very much under active investigation. The ASP Cold Case Unit is now pivoting their efforts from identification to understanding the full narrative of Wallace's final days. Was his death accidental? Was it due to natural causes? Or was foul play involved? These are the crucial questions that investigators are now striving to answer. The identification opens new avenues for inquiry, allowing detectives to piece together Wallace's life in the years leading up to 1977, seeking individuals who may have known him, his associates, or any events that might shed light on his tragic end. In this ongoing pursuit of justice, the Arkansas State Police Cold Case Unit is appealing to the public for assistance. They urge anyone with information relating to the death of Charles Howard Wallace to come forward. Memories, no matter how seemingly insignificant, from nearly half a century ago, could hold the key to unlocking the remaining secrets of this enduring case. Information can be shared confidentially by contacting Cold Case at asp.arkansas.gov. The identification of Charles Howard Wallace stands as a powerful testament to the enduring power of hope, the relentless dedication of law enforcement, and the transformative impact of scientific innovation. It serves as a beacon for other families waiting for answers, a reminder that even after nearly 5 decades, the truth can still emerge from the shadows. The commitment of units like the ASP Cold Case Unit ensures that the forgotten voices of the past can, with the help of modern forensics and persistent investigation, finally be heard, bringing an ultimate measure of closure and justice. To learn more about the ongoing efforts of the ASP Cold Cases and the other mysteries they are striving to solve, interested individuals are encouraged to visit the unit's dedicated webpage.